Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Farming Simulator 17 mod spotlight. Today we're looking at something that I promised I'd make. Or something that I promised I'd do a spotlight on. The New Holland T6 Tier 4A pack that is on the Giants mod hub. This is what I want to look at it. But we'll have a look at a bit of everything in the pack. In fact, the feed power does look quite nice as well, but we'll get through to everything in a second. So, comes with two different T6s, believe it or not. You get the 4-cylinder, which is what all these are, and the 6-cylinder, which the 6-cylinder has... oh, it's got a bigger hood. That's actually a nice little bit of detail. The 6-cylinder has less of a tiny bit less of a droop on the hood. So if I go into the shop, you can see them all here. 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder comes with front loader attacher, not on both. The 4-cylinder is 120, 140, or 150 or 160 horsepower. So the 160 is what's in-game by default. Wheel setup, there is a bunch. 480, 65 R28, 665 R38, 540 and 650, 540 R35, 650 R42. I think this is the one that looks the best. I'm just going to buy this real quick so that I can double check. Yeah, this is the one that looks the best, because the wheels fill the entirety of the wheel wells. So it's going to be the R42, R30s you'll be wanting, really. Of course, you can get narrow tires as well, and every different tire looks different. Rim color, you get a lovely little choice, and in terms of designs, you get standard, blue. I can actually show you it if I run over here real quick. You get standard. You get blue power, which looks fantastic. You get feed power, which I think there should be a little sticker on it somewhere that says feed power. Because there's a little sticker that says, yes. Up here is the feed power sticker, and over here on this one is the blue power sticker, you can see there. And as well, you can get it in black, the black power edition. Which maybe they didn't think about too much. And yes, there is actually a difference between 4 and 6-cylinder, which is nice. Now, like I said, these tires look the nicest. The 650 65 or 42 on the rear, 540 65 or 30 on the front. It just fills up the wheel wells nicely. The default tires on it, the 480 65 or 28 in the front, 665 or 38 on the rear. They look okay, but I don't know, they just don't fill the wheel wells as much as you'd kind of like, and the bigger tires just look better. Now, I said I'd do this review just because of the blue power, but I'm going to cover everything. So first things first, these are pretty much just an edit of the Giants model. And normally I'm completely against that, but there is enough at it. It does have IC. I can't show you at the moment because I don't have tracking turned on, but it does have IC. You can open the door, the sunroof, and the rear window here. Every model is pretty much the same. Like, the models are the same. The only difference between the 4 and 6-cylinder is the shape of the bonnet. And of course, you got the 4 different colors available. One thing I really hate. It's not even a dislike, it's a hate. Number plates. Please stop putting number plates on your vehicles, modders, please. Because I will go in afterwards and reskin every single one of them to become an Irish number plate or a UK number plate. And it just annoys me. Or at least have them selectable. Like number plate, yes or no. In terms of these skins, which is kind of the main thing, this one here is basically just the 6 and the 160 has been changed. You've got the bronze icon there, the bronze icon there, little GPS unit that I don't think is on the in-game ones, and a little ABC sticker there as well. I think that's all the difference that there is in this model. And it is, I think, the older shape T6, which I think it's maybe an edited FS15 T6. This is the one that I love. This is the one that I've been using. This is the one that I downloaded this pack for originally. This is the blue power. And the reason that I'm kind of moving over and back in front of it is you can see that the paint is actually metallic looking. The modder, whoever did this, is an absolute genius and fiddled with the specular files to make the paint look metallic. And like, that's amazing. Of course, you got the ABC sticker again. All of these are T6120s, by the way. But up here, it's got the little blue power sticker. The field power, I actually quite like the color of red. I don't think it's quite the right color of red for Fiat. I think it's maybe a bit too dark. But it should be a nice terracotta. Going on to the sounds, actually, which is why I'm driving this around a bit. It sounds really nice. You can see it's got a bit of Ackerman steering going on. I've only ever used this with MR, so I'm kind of learning little bits here. It does have Ackerman steering going on, which is very nice indeed. This is definitely not MR, yes. So you can turn nice and tight. It'll be really good as a loader tractor, and you get your nice tight turning circle. And again, you know, it's a good skin. You get the ABC on the front. Again, it's a T6120, Fiat power, and the position, which I've only just noticed, and that's really nice. You have the linkage box for the front loader there. So even when the front loader is not on, because it's an option, the linkage box is there and the hydraulic linkages are there all the time. The black power, do you know what? Black tractors just look nice, and again, I think this is slightly metallic looking, not as spectacular as the blue power, which I will drive about in a second, just to show off the metallicness of it. Yeah, it's not as metallic as the blue power, not maybe as nice, but still definitely very nice. Of course, you get your standard. Why did I get this one? Oh, because this is the 6-cylinder. This is a T6155, which is the lowest in the. I never showed off these the 6-cylinder range, actually, did I? So again, you get your front loader, yes or no. 155, 165, 175 are the engine options, and again, you're going to be wanting to go for the R30, R42, and wheels. You get your 4 coloured wheels as well. You get blue power, Fiat power, and black power as well in the 6-cylinder. And there is a slightly different engine tone because this engine obviously has more cylinders, so you know it's gonna run slightly differently, but everything else is the same. And I can't knock tractors that have this level of detail. And finally, and I have to drive this around for a little while, I really do, the blue power, which you can see as I just kind of drive around and move the camera around. It does have that lovely metallic sheen to the blue, which it doesn't in real life. Maybe the blue is a bit too light, but you know what? I can overlook that. There's very little I dislike about this, other than the number plate, which you can retexture. I'm gonna retexture the number plates on these to be a bit better, aka like number plates that would be usable in countries that I play the maps from. Granted, you know, look, German modders are the backbone of the community. I'm not gonna deny it. And if the modder is watching, you've done some fantastic work. Dankeschön. Danke. It is like, it's very rare that a tractor mod will catch my eye. That's just like, it's just a tweak and an edit of the in-game tractor. You know, I'm not going to pretend like it's a brand new model and everything. Maybe there are some new bits in here that I'm not noticing immediately, but just the color, the fact that the blue power is actually metallic and is probably the best representation of a blue power that I've seen, and the best representation of metallic paint that I've seen in Farm Sim. For me, that's reason enough to download this mod, and that was reason enough for me to download this mod, and I've been playing it with it for a couple of weeks, and every single time I've got something that needs to be done, despite the fact that I use MR usually, everything that can be done with, you know, 170-ish horsepower or less, because I got the 175 first in my own save games, I'll usually revert to just using the T6 because not because I want to, you know, promote the mod or whatever, but because it's just good. It's just a mod, a tractor that makes me happy to play about with. And if you look at the, I didn't know this, but I found out from Bullet Bill himself. If you look at the download page for the West Coast, this tractor's been kind of very prominent in the West Coast's history. Like when Bullet Bill was testing the map and taking pictures for it, this is one of the tractors he used. Was the T6 Blue Power, because it's just good. And you have more realistic mod, and you can get an MR XML for this as well, and it just works perfectly. It is near flawless, which if there were problems with this other than the number plates, which yes, that is a problem, and I'm not gonna... I've just noticed as well that the non-standard editions all have chrome... Well, not... I guess it's supposed to be chrome. Chrome exhaust pipes, which is really nice. Obviously it's not, you know, showing up as proper chrome, it's just kind of a silvery texture on the outside, but it's another nice little bit of detail, and it's the little bits that I really approve of. And I'm sure there's going to be somebody in the comments, since we're getting to the end of the video I can say this, I'm sure there's going to be somebody in the comments saying, why are you doing mod spotlights, you're not a modder, you can't see these things. I'm a YouTuber. Part of being a YouTuber is letting people know what is and is not worth downloading for Farm Sim. Mods are a part of the game. I'm gonna do mod spotlights to show what mods I really, really like and what mods maybe I don't like as much, and the ones that I don't like as much, I'm gonna try and give constructive feedback. Now, somebody took great personal... Like, it took the little review I did of the Merlot very, very personally and started launching attacks on me because, oh, you try and make a mod and you do it better and all this nonsense. Well, no, I don't have the time. If you want to make extra hours in the day so that I can do that and do YouTube and work on my map, then yeah, I'll do it. And maybe have some time to chill out too. You know, that'd be nice. But until such a point as there's an extra 17 or 18 hours in a day for me to learn Blender and make a model and texture a model and get it in-gamed and get all the nice little scripts that I like working, then it's not going to be possible. I have to make a choice between effectively modding, YouTube, and free time. Often I choose YouTube and free time over anything else, but I do tweak stuff. And the issue that I have with most mods is that textures aren't the greatest. And actually, I just want to check here. I want to have a look at the dirt texture on this because I've never actually checked. Control D, 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 D. This is a good dirt texture. Holy cow, how many steps does this thing have? That's a nice dirt texture. Something that always kind of irritates me is when the roof gets dirty for no apparent reason. Yeah, how, unless you flip the tractor, is the roof getting dirty? Because like you got the mud guards there that are supposed to stop that from happening. But I guess there is a way that happens and I just don't know. I'm not educated enough, I guess. But, like, even dirty, this thing... And I like how the shine kind of wears off a bit in the dirt, but it still kind of shines through. This is a really good tractor, just the Blue Power. If you want a New Holland Blue Power, download this. Seriously. If you're a New Holland fan, like the Blue Power, download this mod. It's worth it just for this tractor. If you like Fiat colours on a New Holland for some reason, you can download this too. If you want a black New Holland because you're weird, download it. If you just want a better T6 than what's in game, give this a download. It's worth it. I hope I'm not hypnotizing anybody or getting anybody motion sickness, because this is kind of cool actually. But I'm going to leave this here. I'll leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching your Farming Simulator 17 mod spotlight. If you've enjoyed, hit the like button and maybe think about subscribing. With more mod spotlights where this came from very, very soon. Until next time, stay safe, and goodbye.